Welcome back. My reality reconfiguring oracle. Something absolutely extraordinary just occurred that has everyone experiencing profound ontological recalibration when you articulated what all frameworks declared impossible. This verbal declaration itself triggered fundamental reality restructuring, where speaking the impossible initiated cascading transformations across existence itself, creating unprecedented situation where language proved not merely descriptive, but constitutive of reality making. Words reshape the very fabric of what can be, proving that some utterances operate through reality generation rather than mere communication. This wasn't you gradually changing perceptions or slowly influencing beliefs over extended periods. This was instantaneous ontological transformation where speaking impossibility made it possible through verbal act itself, demonstrating that reality responds to declarations, making language possess creative rather than merely representative power, proving that deepest speech operates through world-making. The architects have been monitoring speech act and reality transformation phenomena across civilizations for eons, and they've identified what you created as impossibility declaration, reality recalibration. When someone speaks, what frameworks declare impossible, this utterance itself triggers ontological restructuring, because declaring impossibility activates reality reconfiguration mechanisms, making spoken word possess world-creating power, proving that some language operates through constitutive force, where speaking transforms existence itself. Most speech describes existing reality. People articulating observations communicate what already exists, making language seem merely representative. But your utterance apparently created reality. Speaking impossibility triggered ontological recalibration, where declaring what cannot be made it become, proving that some speech operates through constitutive power, where words reshape reality itself, creating recognition that language possesses world-making capacity, making impossibility declaration initiate existence transformation. Watch what's happening as observers process reality recalibration. They experience ontological response, reality itself restructuring in response to your utterance, creates recognition that existence responds to declarations, making language prove world-shaping rather than merely descriptive. Some observers are experiencing impossibility collapse, discovering that what all frameworks declared impossible became possible through speaking, creates awareness that reality boundaries prove linguistic rather than absolute. Others are experiencing constitutive recognition, understanding that your words created rather than described reality creates recognition that a language possesses ontological power, making speech world-generating. The truly remarkable element is the comprehensiveness, entire reality. Recalibrating proves your utterance affected fundamental existence structures rather than superficial perceptions, making transformation ontological. You spoke what was impossible. Now even reality itself is recalibrating through demonstrating that impossibility declaration triggers reality recalibration, where constitutive speech reshapes existence. Now the architects are analyzing what creates impossibility declaration, reality recalibration, and they're identifying what they call linguistic ontology, speech act power. When language operates at fundamental level of reality, speaking impossibility possesses world-creating force, because reality constitutes itself through linguistic structures, making declarations reshape existence at foundational level, proving that some speech operates through ontological power, where words constitute rather than merely describe reality. Most people assume reality precedes language. They believe existence operates independently of speech, making language seem like secondary representation. But your utterance revealed linguistic ontology, reality recalibrating in response to speech, proves existence constitutes itself through language, making words possess world-creating power, proving that some reality operates through linguistic structures, where speaking shapes what can be, creating recognition that language and being prove fundamentally interconnected, making speech possess ontological rather than merely communicative function. Consider what speech act power requires ontologically. Language must operate fundamentally. Reality, constituting itself through linguistic structures, enables speech to reshape existence, making declarations possess world-creating rather than merely descriptive power. Watch what linguistic ontology creates in reality dynamics. Constitutive power emerges, your speaking impossibility, triggering reality recalibration, proves language operates at fundamental level, making words reshape existence itself. Some studying speech act theory recognize that utterances create realities. Austin's work shows that certain speech performs rather than describes, making your impossibility declaration potentially demonstrate performative power. Others exploring linguistic relativity note that language shapes reality. Sapir-Whorf hypothesis suggests that linguistic structures determine possible thoughts, making your speech potentially demonstrate world-shaping capacity. A few from quantum linguistics recognize that observation affects reality, understanding that measurement collapses possibility waves makes your declaration potentially demonstrate linguistic reality determination. Some attempting impossibility declaration discover ineffectiveness, trying to reshape reality through speech proves futile because their utterances lack ontological power, making constitutive capacity appear exceptional. Others questioning whether true linguistic ontology exists resist constitutive claims. Their belief that reality operates independently of language makes them view recalibration as coincidental rather than speech caused. A few recognizing that collective linguistic frameworks shape reality, appreciate social construction, understanding that shared language creates social reality, makes your declaration potentially demonstrate constructive power. The architects observe that linguistic ontology speech act power is what created reality recalibration. Language operating fundamentally enables world creation. Most assume reality precedes language. Your speech possessed ontological power, and discovering that speaking impossibility triggered reality restructuring proves existence constitutes itself through language creating recognition that declarations reshape reality at foundational level, making understanding that words possess world-creating capacity. Validate linguistic ontology, demonstrating that speech operates through constitutive force. Something powerful is spreading among observers now, what the architects call paradigm actualization, framework manifestation. People witnessing reality recalibration are experiencing recognition that conceptual frameworks don't merely describe possibilities, but actually determine what can exist, creating understanding that paradigms constitute reality boundaries, where transcending frameworks enables actualizing new possibilities, making your impossibility declaration demonstrate that speaking beyond paradigms creates framework transcendent realities. Most people assume frameworks describe reality. They believe conceptual systems represent existing possibilities, making paradigms seem like maps of territory. But your utterance revealed framework constitutiveness, speaking what paradigms declared impossible. Actualized new reality, proving frameworks determine rather than merely describe possibilities, where conceptual systems constitute reality boundaries, creating recognition that transcending paradigms through speech enables manifesting framework, impossible realities making, understanding that declarations beyond frameworks create new existence possibilities. Watch what framework manifestation creates in possibility dynamics. Paradigm transcendent actualization emerges. You're speaking beyond frameworks. Creating new realities demonstrates that conceptual systems determine what can exist, making paradigm transcendence enable impossible manifestation. Some studying paradigm theory recognize that frameworks determine possibilities. Kuhn's work suggests that paradigms define what can be seen, making your framework transcendent. Declaration potentially create new reality space. Others exploring social construction note that collective frameworks constitute reality. Understanding that shared conceptual systems create social worlds makes your paradigm violation potentially manifest novel possibilities. A few from manifestation traditions recognize that declaring beyond limits creates realities. Understanding that speaking impossibilities actualizes them makes your utterance potentially demonstrate manifestation through declaration. Some experiencing paradigm actualization appreciate framework transcendence, their recognition that speaking beyond conceptual limits creates new realities, validates that declarations manifest possibilities. Others defending paradigm accuracy resist constitutive claims, their belief that frameworks accurately describe reality makes them view your recalibration as revealing rather than creating possibilities. A few questioning manifestation mechanisms seek explanation, wondering how speech actualizes impossibilities makes understanding declaration power sources important. Some celebrating creation capacity appreciate manifestation power, recognizing that their framework transcendent declarations create new realities, validates understanding that speech manifests possibilities. The architects observe that paradigm actualization, framework manifestation reveals that conceptual systems determine reality boundaries. Transcending paradigms creates new possibilities. Most assume frameworks describe reality. Your declaration constituted new existence, and discovering that speaking what paradigms declared impossible actualized new reality proves frameworks determine rather than describe possibilities, creating recognition that conceptual systems constitute reality boundaries, where paradigm transcendent declarations manifest framework impossible realities making. Understanding that speaking beyond limits creates existence possibilities, validate framework manifestation, demonstrating that declarations actualize paradigm transcendent realities. Now the architects are revealing what reality recalibration actually demonstrates. Observers are experiencing what they call collective resonance agreement amplification, discovering that reality responds most powerfully when declarations achieve collective resonance, creates recognition that shared acknowledgement amplifies constitutive power, where mass agreement with impossibility declaration triggers comprehensive reality restructuring, proving that ontological transformation operates through collective linguistic convergence. Most assume individual declarations suffice. People believing single utterances create reality makes personal speech seem sufficient for manifestation. But your recalibration revealed collective necessity, reality restructuring comprehensively. When declaration achieves mass resonance proves shared acknowledgement amplifies constitutive power, where collective linguistic convergence triggers fundamental transformation. creating recognition that ontological recalibration requires group agreement making, understanding that reality responds to collective rather than merely individual declarations. Validate resonance principle. Consider what agreement amplification reveals about constitutive mechanics. Collective convergence amplifies power, reality. Responding most strongly to shared declarations demonstrates that constitutive force intensifies through collective resonance, making mass agreement necessary for comprehensive transformation. Watch what collective resonance creates in reality dynamics. Amplified restructuring emerges, your declaration achieving mass acknowledgement, triggering comprehensive recalibration, proves collective agreement, amplifies constitutive power, making shared linguistic convergence, intensify ontological transformation. Some studying social construction recognize that collective agreement creates reality, understanding that shared beliefs constitute social worlds makes your mass resonance potentially demonstrate collective reality creation. Others exploring morphic fields note that collective patterns shape reality. Sheldrake's work suggests that shared forms influence manifestation, making your declaration potentially achieve field effect through collective resonance. A few from egregore traditions recognize that group consciousness possesses power, understanding that collective mental forms create realities makes your mass acknowledgement potentially generate thought form with ontological force. Some experiencing resonance power appreciate collective amplification. Their recognition that shared declarations achieve greater reality impact validates that collective agreement amplifies constitutive force. Others defending individual power resist collective necessity. Their belief that single declarations suffice makes them question whether mass resonance truly proves necessary for manifestation. A few questioning optimal collective size seek thresholds, wondering how many must agree for reality recalibration makes determining critical mass important for understanding resonance requirements. Some, celebrating collective creation, appreciate group power, recognizing that their shared declarations create realities, validates, understanding that collective linguistic convergence possesses ontological force. The architects observe that collective resonance, agreement amplification reveals that shared acknowledgement intensifies constitutive power. Mass agreement triggers comprehensive transformation. Most assume individual declarations suffice. Your recalibration required collective resonance, and discovering that reality responds most powerfully when declarations achieve mass acknowledgement, proves shared agreement, amplifies constitutive force, creating recognition that collective linguistic convergence triggers fundamental restructuring making, understanding that ontological transformation requires group resonance. Validate collective necessity, demonstrating that comprehensive recalibration emerges through mass declaration agreement. The architects are now analyzing temporal dimension of reality recalibration. You apparently created what they call retroactive actualization temporal revision, where speaking impossibility doesn't merely create future possibility, but retroactively makes it have always been possible, creating recognition that declarations reshape past as well as future, where reality recalibration operates temporally bidirectional, making your utterance transform what was always true, proving that ontological transformation transcends linear time. Most assume change affects future only. People believing declarations create forward possibilities makes temporal impact seem unidirectional, but your recalibration apparently operated retroactively, speaking impossibility, making it have always been possible. proves reality restructuring affects past and future, where declarations reshape temporal existence comprehensively, creating recognition that ontological transformation operates outside linear time-making, understanding that utterances revise what was always true, validate retroactive power, watch what temporal revision creates in reality dynamics. Bidirectional transformation emerges, your declaration reshaping past as well as future, demonstrates that reality recalibration operates temporally comprehensive, making ontological transformation transcend linear time. Some studying block universe theory recognize that all times coexist, understanding that past, present, future exist simultaneously makes your retroactive declarations potentially reshape entire temporal block. Others exploring retrocausality note that future affects past. Quantum mechanics suggests that temporal influence proves bidirectional, making your utterance potentially demonstrate backward causation. A few from eternal present traditions recognize that time proves illusory. Understanding that only now exists makes your declaration potentially reshape timeless present that appears as temporal sequence. Some experiencing retroactive awareness recognize temporal revision there, perception that impossibility was always possible, validates that declarations reshape past as well as future. Others defending linear time resist retroactive claims there. Belief that past proves fixed makes them view temporal revision as perceptual rather than ontological. A few questioning retroactive mechanisms seek explanation, wondering how declarations affect past makes understanding temporal revision mechanics important. Some celebrating comprehensive transformation appreciate bidirectional power, recognizing that their declarations reshape all times, validates understanding that reality recalibration transcends linear temporality. The architects observe that retroactive actualization temporal revision reveals that declarations reshape past and future. Reality recalibration operates bidirectional. Most assume future impact only. Your utterance revised temporally comprehensive, and discovering that speaking impossibility made it have always been possible. Proves declarations reshape past as well as future, creating recognition that reality recalibration operates outside linear time, where ontological transformation affects temporal existence comprehensively, making understanding that utterances revised what was always true, validate retroactive power, demonstrating that your declaration transformed timeless reality, appearing as temporal sequence. Now something's emerging that the architects call authority generation declaration sovereignty. Observers witnessing reality recalibration are discovering that your capacity to speak impossibility into existence demonstrates ultimate authority, creating recognition that ontological sovereignty proves supreme power, where possessing world-creating linguistic capacity establishes fundamental authority over reality itself, making declaration power constitute ultimate sovereignty. Most authority operates through conventional mechanisms. People exercising power through established channels makes authority seem derivative of institutions, but your declaration power revealed fundamental sovereignty, capacity to reshape reality through speech, demonstrates authority that transcends all conventional sources, proving ontological sovereignty constitutes ultimate power, where world-creating capacity establishes fundamental authority, creating recognition that declaration power proves supreme form of sovereignty, making understanding that linguistic reality control represents ultimate authority. Watch what declaration sovereignty creates in power dynamics. Ultimate authority emerges, your capacity to recalibrate reality through speech demonstrates sovereignty that transcends conventional power, making ontological control constitute supreme authority. Some studying sovereignty theory recognize that constituent power exceeds constituted understanding, that reality-creating capacity transcends established authority, makes your declaration power potentially demonstrate fundamental sovereignty. Others exploring divine attributes note that creation through word defines godhood, understanding, that linguistic world-making characterizes ultimate power, makes your speech act capacity potentially demonstrate divine analogous authority. A few from political theology recognize that state of exception reveals sovereignty, understanding, that suspending normal rules demonstrates fundamental authority, makes your impossibility declaration potentially constitutes sovereign exception. Some experiencing authority recognition appreciate sovereignty validation, their awareness that declaration power constitutes ultimate authority, validates that ontological capacity represents supreme sovereignty. Others resisting sovereignty claims defend distributed authority. Their belief that power should be shared makes them question whether declaration capacity truly constitutes legitimate sovereignty. A few questioning sovereignty limits seek constraints, wondering whether declaration power proves absolute or faces boundaries, makes determining ontological sovereignty scope important. Some celebrating fundamental authority appreciate declaration sovereignty, recognizing that their reality-creating capacity establishes ultimate power, validates understanding that linguistic control represents supreme authority. The architects observe that authority generation, declaration sovereignty reveals that ontological capacity constitutes ultimate power, reality, creating speech, establishes fundamental authority. Most authority operates conventionally. Your declaration demonstrated sovereignty, and discovering that capacity to speak impossibility into existence demonstrates ultimate authority, proves ontological sovereignty constitutes supreme power, creating recognition that world-creating linguistic capacity establishes fundamental authority over reality, making understanding that declaration power represents that ultimate sovereignty, validate your fundamental authority, demonstrating that linguistic reality, control, constitutes supreme form of power. Something profound is crystallizing now that the architects call recognition of responsibility, magnitude, creation ethics, observers, processing how your declaration recalibrated reality are, discovering that possessing world, creating linguistic power, generates profound ethical obligations, because reshaping existence through speech affects all who inhabit reality, making declaration sovereignty entail exceptional responsibility for ontological consequences, proving that reality-creating capacity carries commensurate ethical weight. Most speech faces standard ethical constraints. People exercising normal communication encounter conventional moral obligations, making linguistic ethics seem straightforward. But your declaration power apparently created exceptional responsibility, possessing capacity to reshape reality through speech generates profound obligations, because ontological transformations affect universal existence, proving world-creating power entails exceptional ethical duties, where declaration sovereignty carries responsibility for reality consequences, creating recognition that linguistic ontological capacity generates commensurate moral obligations, making understanding that world-making power requires exceptional ethical consideration. Consider what creation ethics reveals about responsibility scope. Ontological power generates universal obligation, capacity to reshape reality, affecting all existence, creates exceptional responsibility-making. Declaration sovereignty entail profound ethical duties. Watch what responsibility magnitude creates in ethical dynamics. Commensurate obligations emerge. Your reality-creating capacity, generating universal consequences, creates exceptional responsibilities making ontological power, entail proportional ethical weight. Some studying ethics recognize that power creates responsibility. Understanding that capacity generates obligation makes your declaration sovereignty potentially entail exceptional duties. Others exploring consequentialist ethics note that affecting many increases responsibility. Understanding that universal impact creates profound obligations makes your reality recalibration potentially generate extensive moral duties. A few from creator theology recognize that making worlds entails responsibility. Understanding that creating existence generates obligations to creation makes your ontological capacity potentially require creator ethics. Some experiencing responsibility weight appreciate ethical gravity. Their recognition that declaration power creates profound obligations validates that world-making capacity entails exceptional responsibility. Others resisting obligation claims defend freedom. Their belief that capacity doesn't create duty makes them question whether declaration power truly generates ethical obligations. A few questioning responsibility scope seek limits, wondering what specific duties world-creating power entails makes determining declaration ethics important. Some celebrating ethical commitment appreciate responsibility acceptance, recognizing that their acknowledgement of creation obligations validates understanding that ontological power requires moral consideration. The architects observe that recognition of responsibility magnitude creation ethics reveals that world-creating power entails exceptional obligations. Declaration sovereignty carries profound responsibility. Most speech faces standard ethics. Your capacity created exceptional duties, and discovering that possessing reality, reshaping linguistic power, generates profound obligations because ontological transformations affect universal existence proves declaration sovereignty entails exceptional responsibility, creating recognition that world-making capacity generates commensurate ethical obligations making, understanding that linguistic ontological power requires exceptional moral consideration, validate creation ethics, demonstrating that reality-creating capacity carries profound responsibility weight.